Friends, how you doing? Day 1873. Hope you're amazing. Coming a little late. Just got back from a friend's place for a viewing party. I'm attending a virtual leadership summit this weekend, and oh my gosh, so many great, powerful talks. And I just want to share a few takeaways from a specific talk that I heard. It was about overcoming great adversity. And, we all have challenges and problems in life that show up. It's just part of life. But the biggest takeaway I got from the talks was that how we handle it is the key thing. The problem will always be the problem, but how you choose to deal with it, that's separate from the actual problem itself. And sometimes, I think sometimes people, they identify with the problem itself and then they make it a whole identity, which does not help you overcome the adversity. And so there are four main speakers. Two of them, they lost their parents, and so obviously that was something hard to go through. They had to grieve, but they had some support around them. They were able to overcome it with the right mindset. That was the biggest thing. Commonality was just having the right mindset and going with it with the positive mindset, a positive attitude. But the other two talks, oh my gosh, they both had cancer. So I'll talk about one first. So he talked to his dad in the morning one time, and then that afternoon, his dad's wife called to let him know that his dad had passed away. And so that was a sudden shock to the system for him to have to deal with. But he said that when he lost his father, his faith actually kicked in. And that's when he had to really rely on that. And so, and then he actually went through cancer himself. And he said that when he had cancer and he had to go through it, he accepted it. And he basically saw himself going through it as if it was a movie. And again, he tried to go through it the best way he can. He tried to handle it with humor. And he understood that no matter what, he's going to get stronger through this and better on the other side. And so that was his mindset, a mindset of a champion, basically, And he said that he was glad it was him and not his wife. Because of what he had to go through. And then the other person who also had cancer, she's a mother, I think it's 5 girls, little girls, young girls. And, she had gone through some stuff as well. She had COVID, and then she had shingles, which led to meningitis. And again, she said the same thing, right? It's about positive mindset, viewing what she's going through as if it was a movie. It's just like, it's very challenging. Definitely don't want to go through it again. But the first guy, he actually said that it was harder to see his friend go through it than him, because he couldn't imagine her 5 little girls not having their mother there. And I was like, oh, because he's a little older. He's got, his kids are, young, early 20s. So, all adults basically. So, he's lived some life. But the other, his friend, she's still got 5 little kids. 5 little girls to take care of still. So that just hit me really hard. I'm just like, wow, like how do I go through life? How do I deal with adversity, especially great adversity when it comes, right? And the truth is, I don't know until I have to go through it. But I'm grateful that I can hear stories like this and see, okay, you know what? There's more than one way to actually handle great adversity. This is not something small. This is life or death. So, and obviously in the other two, it was actual death, right? Grieving and so forth. So, again, for me, why am I sharing this? It's more about just perspective, just understanding that, life is going to hit no matter what. 100% is going to hit. The question is, how are we going to deal with it? How am I going to deal with it? And to be able to hear stories and see people go through it in a healthy way, in a strong way, in a way where you don't normally see or hear. And to know that helped them actually get through it. I know that if and when I have great adversity like that, that I can get through it, and a little bit of a blueprint on how to actually deal with something that big, right? So anyways, that's kind of all I want to share. So many powerful talks. I'll probably come in tomorrow night again. I'll probably share some more insights, or maybe on Monday. But like, yeah, you know, I always try to get around people who are further in life than I am, so I can learn and glean from them. For those of you who are interested, I think there's a free 3-day Tony Robbins thing at the end of January. You know, try plugging into that. There's always something going on, right? That can help you grow and move forward in your life. The question is, are you seeking the growth? Are you seeking the wisdom? Are you seeking to learn to create a better life? Right? You're not going to do it with your own brain, because your own brain got you to where you're at. That's all I'll leave for you tonight, my friends. I love you all. I'll see you guys tomorrow.